Welcome back, sippers. I'm here on 280, going from Palo Alto Menlo Park down to San Jose. Fortunately, I'm not the one driving. That's Justin, he's driving. And we're talking about tariffs one last time. Because although a lot of folks might feel relief that some of the worst of the tariffs were taken off the table last week, in fact, we now still have, as a result of Trump's actions, 10% tariffs across the board to 60 more countries, plus the residual tariffs to Canada and Mexico, and the 145% tariffs to China, and all those heavier tariffs that were imposed and then removed have actually only been deferred by 90 days. So this is very real. And the impacts on the bottom line, the ability of families to be able to pay bills, afford their groceries, is very real. And the question I get most often is, why can't Congress do something about this? After all, Article 1 of the Constitution does say that the power to impose levies and duties resides with Congress, not with the president. Why can't we simply vote? Well, Congress also has the authority to give power away, as it did in 1977 with something that's called the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. That is what Trump is using, the authority Trump's using to, in fact, impose these tariffs. Now, he has to cite an emergency as a basis for that. He claims it's a trade deficit. Of course, most economists would disagree that's ever an emergency. It's been the case for more than 40 or 50 years that we've had a significant trade deficit. That's what happens when you're a very wealthy country that imports a lot. But that's a different issue. Why can't Congress simply vote away these tariffs? Well, we gave this authority away. I have attempted, in partnership with many other colleagues, by co-sponsoring Greg Meek's bill, to force Congress to vote on the tariffs. And that was a bill that I supported very early on. I was one of the first co-sponsors. And on the Senate side, 4 Republicans also supported a similar measure to do the same thing. Here's the problem. On Thursday, the Republican majority included a resolution or rule with the budget that was passed that would essentially prohibit Congress from voting on the tariffs or on the very privileged resolution that we introduced until September. So in other words, Trump has a free ride through September to continue to impose or remove tariffs at his will, because the House majority and the Senate majority have essentially abdicated that responsibility. I think that's atrocious. I think we need to step up and lead and make these decisions. In any event, I'll be back with you later in the week with more information, particularly on everything that's going on with the Supreme Court decision and the deportation of Mr. Abrego Garcia. Look forward to talking soon. Thanks, guys.